What's happening, speculators? Let's fire up the Futures Fanatic afternoon live stream for the Power Hour. I guess other people call it the Power Hour. Here on YouTube, it's been a few days since I've streamed. I don't think I was able to stream much last week at all. I can't remember. Then I was going to do a makeup on Monday and didn't get that done. And then yesterday I wasn't able to because I was away from the machines. But we're here now. So if there's anyone hearing my voice, since it's been a little while off and I didn't have time to send out an email, maybe some of my team will send out an email. Before we get started, just want to remind everybody that this broadcast is for educational purposes only. Make sure you read the risk disclosure and disclaimer. The most important part is that all trades presented should be considered hypothetical and should not be expected to be replicated in a live trading account. I'm going to be trading a combination of simulated accounts as well as several live accounts. As I said in the title of the stream today, this is nearly a perfect setup here that we've got going on. We have seen markets just bounce so beautifully off of the minus twos here. So this is the last piece of inventory that I have on here in TradingView, and I'll just go ahead and rinse and repeat. Put one down there, and have my target right there at around VWAP. So what a really nice session again. Down to a touch of the minus twos, popped up the way to get outside the bands and touch the plus twos, came down here and hugged for a while, and now Cher's favorite song, Do You Believe in Triple Bottoms? Well, we had another test. I don't know if this would even be considered a triple bottom. On these 5-minute candles, we've touched these lows around 46,000 about 10 times today. So it's been really nice. Give me a one in the chat if you've been trading the Dow Jones using a strategy similar to this and have profited nicely today. Of course, the event of today is going to be the NVDA earnings after the bell, which should move the NASDAQ around quite a bit. Here's a look on the NASDAQ right over here. We're just shy of use your words, Rod, of the VWAP level here, and we're sitting right on this volume profile POC, which is coming in at 670s. Probably unlikely that I'm going to get involved in too much on the NASDAQ unless it really sets up for something nicely. The trade du jour that has been a little rougher today, of course, is Bitcoin. So what I am going to do is get involved in Bitcoin here, right here, and then on a touch of minus twos.
Order filled.
And I think I have an order resting here live too that's hugging the minus twos there. So that's going to come at 88,365. Been a little treacherous trying to catch any bounces because they just haven't been happening. But the bummer also is that we have not got up to the minus ones, which would be for this strategy an area to get short, like anywhere in here. But when you're just hanging out in this is always longs. So it's a pretty easy way to do it. These are targets on your longs if we get them. The challenge is that we haven't seen that. So what I do is I've been bottom fishing this a little bit over here on TradingView in this account. And actually I should be moving this down to, on TradingView you can't have it automatically hug the line. You actually can, but you can. It's a lot more cumbersome to set something like that up. The other thing is that this is an Interactive Brokers live account to the extent that matters, but the integration is pretty decent. You can see I've had a number of different, again, every time it pops, I just took it off, pops and take it off. And essentially I'm down on this trade. You can see down $70 at this point. If we get a fill here and it pops back up, maybe we can improve our cost basis. But the Dow Jones long is working out a little bit better, and we'll see if we can get Bitcoin to do anything. So here's the look on Bitcoin. Why don't we just watch Bitcoin because it's much more interesting than the Dow Jones here. There's not a whole lot else to really be looking at. Let me get involved in every one of these
Order filled.
these Legends accounts.
Order submitted.
Right here and right here.
Order filled.
Those that have been following my stream for a while, I had 10-ish accounts at, 15. No, actually I had 20. Sorry, I had 20 PA accounts at Apex. I had 5 at a few other firms. And what I've done is simplify everything down to just 3 per account per firm. There's a lot of reasons I did that, but anyway, that's what we're doing here. And I'm working on some ones from Legends, which is a newer firm. I tested, qualified very quickly, took some payouts, made sure that they were legit. They are, as far as I can tell, for what I did. And then, they offer also these 90% off sales, which are pretty crazy. They do have little higher activation fees. Anyway, I didn't want to get in too much into prop stuff today, but that's what these accounts are. And then these are from Tradeify, but you cannot trade Bitcoin at Tradeify, which is a bit of a bummer. So could do it at Apex here if we want to put in some Apex action.
Order submitted.
But when I mentioned kind of a perfect day, it's really just, something like that. So I'm not doing a competition today. You don't have to add this up, but this is all possible. This is all micros. I'm not trading minis, and I'm not even trading that much size. Just two contracts today led to almost, $1,500 days because it's a perfect day. I mean, the markets are just, especially the S&P and the Dow Jones. And the NASDAQ too, but this Dow Jones, we just got up to VWAP here. So let me actually just go ahead and close it here. Going to close it right here. Just drag it into price so I don't have to be a dick for a tick. There we go. So we're all out. That's $530 in close profit, 63 in unrealized, which is from the Bitcoin trade. And that's real money that you can do the same thing. And this account has $40,000 in it, and it doesn't matter. I still don't trade minis in it. I do not trade minis in it. You know why? Because in order for me, for my style of trading, I need to be able to trade 3 to 4 of whatever I'm doing, and 3 to 4 minis would require about $60,000 to $80,000 for me to be properly capitalized. Not according to the margins, but according to the margin for MNQ or NQ, if I wanted to trade the NQ at Interactive Brokers, I'd need about $23,000 per contract. So that's why I'm not capitalized enough to do that, and that's why I trade micros over here, and that's why you can do the exact same thing should you wish. All right, back to Bitcoin. Anyway, go Dow. Nice move for the Dow Jones. Let me take you over here briefly to Tick Blaze over here. Same thing. I was long in the bid zone and took off the profits a little early because I just wanted to simplify things before we got the stream going. But this was across all of these accounts, and same thing here. If I go to accounts, I don't know. Why did that not work? There you go. So typical TDG day. You guys are all capable of doing this. Those that have been following along, I don't know if I'm ever going to qualify for these first ones I ever bought. I just don't spend enough time with it. I'm kind of on the inside on Tick Blaze. People have already formed a variety of different opinions about some of the changes over there. I think all in all, everything is fine. But for me, I'm not as focused over here. But anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the first that I ever bought right there. And pretty simple. All right, so let's come back over here to the main. And Bitcoin is moving a little bit. So see if we can get up to this, basically this swing level right
Order
here.
submitted.
Yeah, go Dow. I agree. If you just stumbled onto this stream and you have no idea what's going on here, the best thing to do is to grab my free ebook over there called Prop Done Right. That's available in the description down below. Highly recommend you grab that. You're also going to get a 10 video course where essentially if you can't read, I read the book to you, go through every chapter. And it will also point you to a number of other free resources. I have workshops here on YouTube. Rather you scrolling through all the YouTube channel, you can just go and find all those resources. I do not sell courses. I don't sell indicators. I don't sell a paid Discord. I don't offer any of that. Once you get familiarized with what's going on here and you want to take a shot at being able to do this, and this is not unrealistic. It's not going to take a month or 3 months, probably 6 months to a year. Just dedicate yourself, and you can take advantage of the way these programs are set up. You can take advantage of the way these programs are set up. Okay. And you don't have to do the $150,000 accounts. You can do the 50,000s and cash flow those, fine. But anyway, that's the place to start. See if this Dow Jones is going to go all the way up. Who's got a long that they're looking for the plus ones? What a move. What a nice move. I have a little bit of inventory here I'm going to sell. So I just took some off there. Now we'll see if Bitcoin can do something for us as well. All right, so they're buying just about everything just as we start the session here. Highs for the S&P today were just shy of about 6,700, 6,707s.
Order filled.
Ooh, don't think I want to have that position on.
Order filled.
Go Bitcoin. So in addition to the prop programs that you're seeing on the screen there, I also have about now 6 different brokerage firms and things where I have what I call tracking accounts, where I'm trading the same levels and overall strategy for entries across a number of different brokerage accounts, just to, again, show that this is real and that this is the way to grow a small account appropriately. So hence the way that you would trade a prop account. So as an example, this is called plus 500. Some of you might be familiar with this. Pretty simple charting. It's not the greatest. I wouldn't hang out and do much on this, but I'm entering trades here. I started this account with 2,500 and it's now up to 5,000. Rather than take the 2,500 out, I'm going to grow this up to about 10,000. So you can check in with my stream whenever you'd like. I don't have a time frame for how long that takes. It'll probably take me another couple months. Because again, I only have a $300 daily risk budget in this. So if you're producing risk-adjusted returns, you have to be reasonable about what the upside is. Now, of course, in live accounts, you benefit from the fact that you have none of the rules that are part of the prop account. So if you don't like those things, still good opportunity to learn in the prop accounts and then come and apply the same. Because the key here is that a $5,000 account is as large as any prop account when you're first starting out. Man, look at that move on the Dow. Okay, I'm going to take this, since you're up on this screen right here, I'm going to take this Bitcoin trade right there, and I'm going to take it here as well.
Order filled.
And I think I just have it in this account right here. Yeah. And in this one, I'll let it see if we can get a little runner from it.
Order submitted.
This account is 985, so let me take you back down here. And 985, there we go. We'll run this up. So again, the title of this stream could not be more perfect. I mean, this is just a perfect trading day in terms of just two-way price action. You don't have to look any further than the Dow. I know some of you are still holding the Dow. This is just amazing. This is just amazing. And then here's the level down here. You can draw this all in as it was chopping around. This is our zone within a zone. Now the key is, do you want to take shorts right now? I don't. I don't need to fade this, but this is a short up here. This would be targets for longs. You could initiate a short. I don't want to get involved in doing that. Another thing that moved a lot today, gold. So I'm resting in order to buy the -2s on gold. Remember, if you listen to my stuff, I talk about just put the orders on the lines. I don't know how many more times I can say this. You do not need to make this any more complicated. You really don't. You just have to come and believe me when I tell you that I've traded longer and traded more contracts than anyone you'll ever hear. That is the absolute truth, more than ICT guy or even good people. Way more contracts, way more experience. There's a reason that I only show these on my stream. Doesn't mean it's the only strategies and things that I trade. I don't even trade stock indices that much. I trade the treasury. I trade options on treasury futures, as you might hear me say. But if you want to learn from somebody that keeps it simple and all you have to do is walk forward test, putting the orders on the lines. Okay? Now, I'm resting an order way down there because I don't want to mess with this, but this is an order here too.
Order submitted.
This is the minus ones. This whole area you can look to be long. What a reversal in gold today from 41.30s all the way down to 40.70s. I think we bounced from, here. I really can't make this stuff up. Now, if you technically were resting the order on the line, you missed it. But if you were watching this and somewhere in here and you feel comfortable, like I often talk about, depending on the instrument, 6 ticks to 8 ticks, maybe as many as 12 ticks. It depends on the instrument. Obviously, 12 ticks in the gold market is 1.2 points or whatever. So this type of bar, that type of bar, order flow, the bubbles, all that ICT crap, and it's all complete crap. Why take that long to learn something that you can learn in 30 seconds?
Order canceled.
You can learn this in 30 seconds. The outcome of this level I don't really care about, but here's a short. Take profits on longs, get short. You can look to in whatever kind of internals or other things you want to do. Just take profits on longs and get short. On Bitcoin, take the bounces because that's all it's giving you. Don't hold out for a complete reversal above 90,000 because the market's not doing that right now. Just take the bounces that it gives you and then rinse and repeat and buy again right here.
Order submitted.
If you're way more conservative, wait for a touch of -2s. As you can see, if you look back, every single touch of -2 gave you an opportunity the whole way. Are you making a lot of money doing this? No. But according to this strategy, you don't have a short. That's the only thing I want to point out, right? Long, short, or flat. Those are the only decisions you can make. Just don't make three of those decisions incorrectly. And by that I mean what so many traders will do is they're flat at the wrong times because they're waiting for something else. They're long at the wrong times and then they're short at the wrong times. They can't come in and see a chart like this and say, I only have longs on this chart until price gets up to this blue line. If it gets up to this blue line, I could consider initiating a short if I wanted to. But that wouldn't be something that I would teach because what I'm teaching and telling you when you're starting out with this stuff is this whole area here is buys, only buys when you're first starting out. Don't get cute. Look, if you're looking for a short in a market that's already down 4%, great. Maybe you can catch that, squeeze that last little bit out of there, but it's not the highest probability activity. Who's long Bitcoin? So someone's asking a question about my target. I have no profit targets. I never have profit targets. Don't have profit targets. There's nothing wrong with some of the platforms that allow you to lock out at a certain profit. I think most of you are aware that Project X is not going to be available anywhere but Top Step starting next year. So I've been talking to a number of other platform providers, including TickBlaze will have this. They already have it, but they don't expose it exactly in as easy a fashion where you can lock your loss and lock your gain if you'd like. But getting back to it, don't have profit objectives. The only thing you have to do is manage risk. Just manage risk. And the profitable days will take care of themselves. overall, I'm fine with how a lot of the prop programs are set up. One of the things I like the least, of course, is consistency, but it's required because they provide way, way, way too much leverage to the market. And since they provide too much leverage, they have to throttle that back in the way that the industry has sort of come up with this silliness of consistency. Some firms don't have it once you get into live accounts, of course, truly live accounts, because there's no such thing as that. Run it up when you can. So rather than have goals, adapt to where you see market conditions that are ideal for you to continue trading and continue to profit. Now, one of the articles that I wrote in conjunction with ChatGPT is called "The Power of Quitting." And let me put this in the chat for everybody. So here is an article that I think will help a lot in terms of determining when to take profits, when to walk away, how to do that kind of stuff. But don't limit yourself with any types of profits. Come on, baby. Let's go, Bitcoin.
Order filled.
All right, we're stopped out there. We've got 2 more minutes left in this candle. Go, Bitcoin. So on the Dow Jones, let's say you're in a Dow Jones position and you did end up getting short there, okay? So your first target from the plus ones is VWAP, but alternatively, don't use this T line. It's not something I would use here. This is a 233 on this chart. It'll have significance sometimes. You will see where it pulls back, but more often than not, the long there was -1, not the T line. But this yellow line is important. This is the POC for this profile right here. So I would target here and here if I had a two lot on. Let's just do this for educational purposes. I'm going to get short here and here.
Order submitted.
Put a target here.
Order submitted.
Everything is for educational purposes.
Order filled.
Short here and here.
Order submitted.
Target here.
Order submitted.
And we'll see what happens. Meanwhile, Bitcoin. Go, baby. Did I close my Bitcoin over here? I did not. Look at the big brain on Rod. All right. That's actually just a break even. So I'm just going to break even on it. Eventually. Come on. God, I don't like that latency. That's why you don't trade on this if you're actively trading. All right. So there we go. Some buy limits down there. I basically didn't make any money on Bitcoin today, but I didn't lose any either. So $600 in profits. Back to the Dow Jones. Anyone get short Dow Jones at the plus ones? I don't know when the rollover to MBT is. It's probably going to be pretty soon. It's longer. It's a monthly contract. So I just let Ninja tell me when it's best time to roll. Interactive Brokers tells me too. They tell me when the contract's going to expire, but I haven't seen that. So it's certainly not this week. I don't even think it's next week. It's probably week after next. What are the green and red lines? These are swing levels. These are 13-period swings. 13 period swings, and they're only going to be valid on this bar type. You won't really be able to see them on a... let me take you back over here, for instance, to... oh, no, not there. Is that the right chart? What chart are we on? No. Here we go. Okay, so you see this chart right here? These are the swings here, but they're completely different than what you would see on a, but it's the same thing. I have a 13 period swing setup. It's just you're going to need way bigger moves to identify the swings, but there's a swing right there at 46,250 on the Dow. But on these Renkos, they form much nicer levels to work off of. So that's what the red and green lines are, 13 period swings. Here's a question for you guys, because I'm sure one of you know. What time after the bell is NVIDIA? Is it on the half hour, 15 minutes, 5 minutes? I forget, because that's going to be really important. You know, there's some things, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, they'll normally report 5 minutes or right after the bell or 10 minutes. Then there's Apple that does it a half an hour later. Do you guys know what NVIDIA is? If it's anything more than 10 minutes, then I'm not going to keep the stream going. But if they report like right afterwards, then we can sit and watch, because I was edumacated this morning. I had totally forgotten that NVIDIA is in the Dow. It only represents about 3% of it because the Dow's price weighted, and NVIDIA, while having a huge impact overall in the markets and certainly the NASDAQ and the S&P, it's not going to have much of an impact in the Dow, given that it's a smaller price-weighted stock. 20 minutes afterwards? Okay, right after the bell. So we have two, that's what makes a market. Two different answers to the same question, and a world in which we live in where no one actually knows the truth. Facts, data, we hold on to our opinions as Americans. All right, someone said right at 4 p.m. Think ChatGPT will know?
Disconnected.
It's thinking, searching the web. Can it find the right answer?
Connected.
The company historically releases, the last 6 releases have been at 1:20 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So whoever had 20 minutes, I think that seems like that's a relatively accurate. 1:20. I don't know why they do it at 1:20. But okay, Lenny had it. And ChatGPT agrees from its web searches. So Bitcoin longs, it's about to scream because I'm out of it. No, I don't know. Can it get to 90,000? Can we get to 90,000?
Order submitted. Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted.
All right, I don't want to move off of the one that's losing the most. So there we go. So we can watch it. Should be able to handle a $20, $25 loser.
Order canceled.
Brand new.
Order filled. Order filled.
All right, there goes the Dow.
Order filled. Order submitted.
All right, let's manage this unprofitable position here. Going to sell one more
Order
at the
submitted.
plus twos. What a great move
Order
for the Dow.
submitted.
And I'm doing this all individually since I don't have the copier
Order
turned on
submitted.
for these. So I'm short in 3 different accounts. TickBlaze does have the Renko bars. That is correct. They've been causing a little bit of issues. So what I created was I created both a minute bar, but they have the Renkos here for sure. See, there's the Renkos, and they're built in. They're very easy to use. If you become a member of my group, I give you access to the TickBlaze setup. My whole desktop, everything you need. All right, what do we do? Gracefully exit one? That's what I'm going to do.
Order
Just be
submitted.
really.
Order filled.
There we go. I think this one has the best price. Yeah.
Order
This
order
has the
filled.
worst price, and this one has.
Order submitted. Order filled.
A lot of people will come in and see this. And I love my comments where like, wow, look at you, man. You've been trading 30 years. Looks like you make as much money as a Walmart greeter. By the way, I mean this seriously. I can't stand when people look down on how people earn a living. So whatever you do to earn a living, be proud of it, you know? Who is the person that said, you know, do the absolute best at everything you do, and you'd be amazed at how well the world works for you? Anyhow, everything I'm showing here is to show you how you can control your emotional capital too. The smaller you trade, the clearer you will think, and the more you'll be able to make decisions with incomplete information, which is what trading is all about. The other thing is you don't have to do anything like what I'm doing. You could have hold a 3 lot or a 4 lot or even a 5 lot here on this Dow from what was. Just make sure that you have the daily risk budget to be able to run it all the way up to the plus twos, because you got to be able to trade the whole zone when they're flat as they are right now. Now, here's another thing that I like to do, and I talked about it in the room this morning, is that I have this in 3 different accounts. Here's what I'm going to do. In this account, I'm going to close it. Okay? In this account, I'm going to leave the level there. Oops, where's the other account? I have it in 2 accounts. In this account, I'm going to leave the level. In this account, I'm going to run a buy stop. Okay? So we're doing all different kinds of things. We'll do an OCO order, run a buy stop right here.
Order submitted.
And
Order
this time,
canceled.
do a target on down
Order
here.
submitted.
Okay? So now what I've done is I've walked forward, test 3 different scenarios for managing a profitable position, a modestly profitable position. We have scenario number 1, I took one off. Scenario number 2, I have no buy stop and I'm just waiting for the target down there. And scenario number 3, I'm flat. So in scenario number 3,
Order submitted.
I can go in and rest an order at that swing level there at 46,295. Yes, I just started using the Ignite copier. It works great. So one of the things they decided to do from an architecture standpoint, and they built it not only for retail, which is what people are using, but they really needed a more reliable copier for their back end to copy traders and do things like that. So they learned what we learned at Collective 2 a long time ago, which is you can't work limit orders on followers. So the reason it stays in sync and everything works is because it's not working limit orders like some of the other in other words, if you have it only looks at the leader for execution. The leader can do a market order, a limit order, buy stop, sell stop, doesn't matter. But then once that's triggered, all the followers get market. So you stay in sync. So you're gonna have a little slippage if you're trading, all the time, all over the place. But that's the right architecture for copiers. Replicanto, as well as Affordable Indicators and a couple others. And Project X did this thing where they just made up the follower and they just let the follower get executed at the same print as the leader. But that won't work in live markets. Yeah, I'm not going to be really using Thor or any platformless copiers. It's just too much hassle. So that's my update on that one. The way to properly copy is to copy natively inside the platform. That's the only way. Cross prop copying is just, I wouldn't do it. But you can multi-prop, of course, if you can use something like Trade Evade on Ninja. There's ways to multi-prop, but I would not be using a platformless one. All right, so I got stopped out on the way I did it that way. This one's already flat, and now we can watch our last one with only the target and no trade management. You know how YouTubers always ask for likes and comment, subscribe, all that good stuff? Well, I know that most of you are subscribers. If by some reason you're not a subscriber to the channel, it'd be great. You'll be notified of when I stream, and then you can actually make a comment. I think I have it turned on that you have to be a subscriber to comment. But one of the things I don't ask for as much is if you think anyone could benefit from hearing about this stuff, please do share the video as well. Just go, hey, there's this guy breathes into the mic, claims he's 55 and he's been trading for over 30 years. I don't believe him, but you might want to check out his shit. Or you could go mess around with those orb guys or all the other entertainers that are out there. All right, see if we can hit target here. Who's holding a short here on the Dow? Bum 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 ba da da da. All right, I'm not going to be a dick for a tick here. We're just going to
Order filled.
We're going to take it there, all flat. That's $1,290. if you want to see where a lot of that sausage is made, grab the ebook, check out the trade room if you're not doing it already, because it wasn't $1,290 made in front of you. It was about 60 or 80 bucks, maybe not a little more than that, because there was a 2-lot on. There's no minis being done. There's no 6 lots or 8 lots or whatever. This entire thing is just the fact that today is a near perfect day. Markets went up and down and perfectly off levels. We went from just here on the Dow Jones, from right before I started the stream, 11:30, 2:30 Central, 2:30 Eastern, excuse me. We're trading right down here. We go all the way up into the offer zone. I don't care what any of the internals are here. I don't care if I don't look left for some gap or anything. The only thing we'll look at is, of course, our range trader, right? So the range trader over here, oof, yikes. What in the hell is it doing? This thing just went crazy. All right, there we go. So here is the range trader on, and I know my head's in the way, just deal with it. I'll move it over here for a second, okay? So what a surprise. Let's look at where we look like we might bounce from and where the target was, right here at POC. We had this level drawn in here the whole session. Go back and watch the replay, anybody that was in our group. We were shorting prior session POC, which is right here. We were taking longs right here. We just took a short right here that was informed by the offer zone on stay in your lane, not by something here. Your only short here would be here and here. Sell there and buy here.
Order submitted.
I might even crop the wicks here, like crop these wicks a little bit.
Order submitted.
All right, there we go. There's VWAP. Anyone holding out for VWAP? So Mass R7X, we have in our group, we have traders that trade almost every single platform, and they get they recreate what we have set up in all the platforms. So in Sierra, I know you can set up the modified Renkos. So we have traders that trade on ATAS. We have traders that trade on there's the market on close orders. We have traders that trade on ATAS. We have traders that trade on Sierra. We have traders that trade on Quantower. We have traders that trade on Motive Wave. Everything. The primary platforms that you'll see on the screen for me are going to be Ninja, TradingView, and TickBlaze, just because I can only show so many. But as I said, plus 500 doesn't have a connection yet, but they'll eventually have an integration with TradingView, and you can just trade it on TradingView. They might even integrate with TickBlaze directly at some point. We'll see. We're working on a deal there. So, and what I'm referring to is this right here. So look at how crappy or simple that platform is. I shouldn't say crappy. It's just simple. Still down 90 bucks on this last Bitcoin up here. I need a pop. All right, so we're not going to be, but real quick, everybody, we don't have instructions on how to set things up on anything other than the platforms I mentioned. So what happens is once you come into the community, if you become a community member, then you end up finding your people. We have channels for, I don't know how many platforms we have channels for. Probably too many. Our Discord, like everybody's Discord, is like completely unmanageable for the most part, but we do our best. Like, let me see here. We have Ninja, Quantower, Rhythmic Sierra, TickBlaze, Trade Copier, Tradeovate, So not all of them, but we got enough. Nice little bounce from the Dow, huh? What do you think? Shorted again?
Order
Do we dare?
submitted.
Here and here?
Order submitted.
Wish I had. Wish I coulda, shoulda. Wish I woulda. I'm not shorting. I got a long working right here at basically 46,000 again. So we'll see if we hit that. NVIDIA's printing what? What's NVIDIA printing here? I think NVIDIA is printing 186, up about $5. All right, we got about 7 minutes left. Any questions I can answer for anybody that question about the Top Step Prop plus 500. It's not exactly what's been announced, so I'm not going to comment on it for now. I know a little bit more than what's going on, but anyhow, yep. They're all starting to get into it. Remember, it all started when FTMO, a prop firm, was able to then buy the largest Forex broker out there when they bought Oanda, right? So you have prop buying broker, and then you have crypto exchange Kraken buying NinjaTrader, Ninja Brokerage, and all that infrastructure. So lots of things happening out there. What I want to focus on, since I got so far down the rat hole of all these prop programs, which is important because, look, you guys are going to buy them from somebody. I don't.
Order filled.
I'd rather teach and be rewarded from people using my code and stuff for getting actual value. So, but what I want to focus mostly on is strategies and approaches and risk management that will get you done no matter what the combination of broker and platform and live or not live and rules or no rules or what have you, you know. And I think I'm the only one doing it as far as I know. Everybody else that I see out there, if they're trading live, they're trading way too big in an over-leveraged manner, using all the money they made from affiliate marketing. And if they're trading prop, also same thing, over-levered, too much size. Do I still support Prop Shop? Absolutely. I have these Prop Shop accounts right over here. Those in my group know that I'm sort of all over the place a little bit. My focus is split between the prop firm and the platform. I'm 95% more concerned and focused on the platform than on the prop company now. We got our launch out there. They're an alternative. They have their strengths. They have their weaknesses. I'm focused on the platform because I need a great alternative to NinjaTrader eventually. And I need something where we can run automated scripts and that connects to interactive brokers. And there's a lot of things happening in 2026 behind the scenes that will make TickBlaze as a platform a lot more attractive, including mobile, web, a bunch of other things with the built-in copier now that works flawlessly because it does market orders on the back end for followers. So my focus is on TickBlaze, not Prop Shop, but Prop Shop is absolutely fine. We have I think about 20,000, 30,000 in verified payouts in our group now. Some of you might go, well, that's $20,000, but it's these important little. This is the realistic way to do it, right? And by the way, if you're a member of my group, come in here and so here's some prop shop. Come in here and please update your payouts so that we can get the payout tracker accurate for the rest of this week. Okay, we've got 2 more days. We want to make sure we get that payout tracker accurate. Also, anybody, I put up the Trader Talk Tuesday with Kevin. So if you guys want to listen to the Trader Talk Tuesday, it's up there as well. Did I trade today's open? Yeah, we trade every day in our trade room. Every day in our trade room. That's why I'm broadcasting here, so you guys come over to the greatest trade room ever assembled with the best opportunity you will ever have to figure out how to do this properly. Come over here. Try us out. 2 weeks. Free. Yuhang, if you do not have full access to Discord, what you need to do is you need to DM Brad or Steve and just say, hey, I'm a member, and just DM them and then give them the email address associated with your membership. Yeah, because you need to get, if you're a member, and I know you're a member because, yeah, you need to get access to all these channels down here, okay? So just DM them. And the easiest way to DM, if you don't exactly know how to do that, is just find Brad right here in the general channel and just send him a message right there. Okay? I'm a boomer. My knowledge of Discord is very limited. Anyway, check out our free trial. Answer to all day or whatever, it's right here, 9:15 although members of my group will know I'm almost never there at 9:15. Usually 5 minutes late, 10 minutes, 6 minutes late, 4 minutes late. Anyone, have I ever been on time? I don't think I've ever been on time. But basically we trade the time you want to trade to get this done properly, everybody. If you want to learn how to, I know people say, I can make money in the Asian Open. I can make money in the London. Yeah, of course you can. But if you're going to trade stock indices, okay, the stock index futures, Dow Jones, S&P, NASDAQ, Russell, those kinds of things, you have got to practice and watch markets 1 hour before the New York Open. So that's 8:30 Eastern Standard Time to about an hour and a half after. That is your best window for learning. That is the best window that you have for developing this skill, okay? So I get questions, do your strategies work at X time of day? Don't think about that. The best time to do anything is during that time period I just mentioned to you, right? And I'll just be honest with you. If you can't do that, you're going to struggle. So we have about 5 or 8, 5 to 6, 5 offhand I can remember, members that are lifetime members that are in New Zealand, Australia, whatever. We're talking the middle of the damn night for them to watch the New York Open, but they're committed. They get up, they do the work, and they realize. Now, you might get fooled into thinking right now that you can trade gold 24 hours a day. You can actually for right now, 23 hours a day, and gold's moving around. That's going to not last forever. So I would not practice trading gold after hours and at different times, given the fact that the pit session's a little bit different. And as you've probably seen, Bitcoin, which does trade 24 hours, the Bitcoin futures don't trade 24 hours, and then gold are whipping all over the place seemingly all the time. But again, the best thing to do is to trade during the market hours I just mentioned. All right, look at this. Dow Jones, baby. One more time. Who got a short there?
Order filled.
Who got a short there? We did, right? We did. All right, I'm going to come over here. This is my standard operating procedure. Right at the close, I come in here and I cancel all orders. Okay, so I want to cancel all my orders. I only have one position right now, which is a live trade in MBT in a live account, so I'm just going to hold that. It took me a long time to doctor these results, so take a look at those. It took me a long time to doctor the results right here. $598. So take a look at that. And same thing here. I'm going to just come and cancel my working orders here, because we do have, of course, the NVIDIA earnings that are going to come out. I'm just going to cancel all my working orders. And we're done with that. And overall, just a fantastic session. So last call for any, I will watch the markets for NVIDIA earnings, but I'm not going to technically trade NVIDIA earnings, and I'm not hanging around for another 15 minutes. We did determine that NVIDIA is going to report at like 420. So I'm certainly going to watch the markets because they're going to do some crazy shit. So we'll see what happens. All right, last thing, like, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications if you can. Please do. Grab the ebook. It'll set you on the right path to doing this correctly. One of the most common things that happens when I speak to traders that have finally decided to join the group, and you can join my group for 90 days for $250. 90 days, you can figure out whether this is right for you. We were talking this morning about the fact that the lifetime price is going to go up to about $3,000, maybe a little more. And I fully get that, $2,500, $3,000 is a lot of money to a lot of people, especially in other parts of the world, and even to some people here in the U.S. That being said, this is a realistic look at what's possible. Not immediately, not right away, but you will be able to make $2,500 in a day. Many days. Okay? And the path to that profit, the path to that is through a realistic, risk-adjusted manner of trading. It's not $2,500 by putting on a 4-lot in the NASDAQ and getting lucky and being completely stressed out during the entire trade, even if it works out. Okay? It's doing a version of what you saw me do right here in the Dow Jones in front of you today. All right. That's it. Stay green, trade like you mean it. Please do hit the like button. It really does help. We got our trade room tomorrow. Members of my group, there will be an email going out later today about the mastermind for lifetime members. That is only going to be for lifetime members, provided that we can parse the database properly. So we'll see you a bunch of times tomorrow, both in the trade room, mastermind group at 11 o'clock, and then I'll stream here again at noon. And then I'm probably taking all of Friday off because we got F1 action here in Las Vegas. So Yuhang, you know how to DM so you can get access to the channel there, right? Cool. All right, gang. We'll see you at the next one. Be good.